Which is better, the LG Stylo 5 or the Umidigi Power? Well, in this video, we're going to find out. Follow me on Instagram at KevinBreezeTV. Please join the Kevin Breeze Tech community on Facebook to chat about budget smartphones, ask questions, and help others. Hi everyone, this is Kevin here, coming at you with my comparison video between the LG Stylo 5 and Umidigi Power. I think this is going to be a very interesting comparison because the Umidigi Power is actually quite a bit cheaper than the LG Stylo 5, but on paper it has better specifications. So this video is going to put these two phones head to head to see which one truly is better. Now this version of the LG Stylo 5 is the Cricket wireless version of the phone. I'm expecting in the future though, we're going to see a factory unlocked version of the LG Stylo 5, so that's going to be pretty awesome. And this is the factory unlocked version of the Umidigi Power. You can actually buy this right now on Amazon for $139.99. This device is GSM unlocked, so in the US it's going to work with any GSM carrier. So that's going to include AT&T and T-Mobile, as well as Metro by T-Mobile and Cricket. However, there's a chance that this will work with Verizon as well. I haven't tried it yet personally, but I think it probably will work. And this Cricket wireless version of the LG Stylo 5 is currently available for $229.99, but I'm expecting that the factory unlocked version of the LG Stylo 5 will be available for $250. The LG Stylo 5 features a 6.2-inch display, and the Umidigi Power features a 6.3-inch display, so you get a larger display on the Umidigi Power. Now both devices feature 1080p displays, but the display on the LG Stylo 5 has an 18:9 aspect ratio versus the Umidigi Power, which has a 19.5:9 aspect ratio. On the LG Stylo 5, there is no notch on the top, and on the Umidigi Power, there is a notch. In addition to that, the bezels on the Umidigi Power are a lot smaller than those on the LG Stylo 5. So in general, I do like the design of the Umidigi Power more so than the LG Stylo 5. And even though the Umidigi Power does have a notch on the top, it's a pretty small notch and it's a teardrop design, so it really doesn't take up a whole lot of space at all. The LG Stylo 5 features 32 gigabytes of internal storage with the ability to expand that with a microSD card, and the Umidigi Power features twice the amount of storage with 64 gigabytes, and it also has microSD card expansion. Neither of these two phones feature wireless charging, and they both have fingerprint sensors on the back. The fingerprint sensors on these devices do work really well, so we'll try that out right now on the Stylo 5. There we go, nice and quick. And we'll try that on the Umidigi Power right now too, and that's really quick too. So overall, you're getting really good fingerprint sensors with these devices, and that's a really great thing because I do like using fingerprint sensors. Now on the back side, we have a single camera on the LG Stylo 5, and that comes in at 13 megapixels. And on the Umidigi Power, we have a dual camera setup with 16 and 5 megapixel cameras. Internally, the LG Stylo 5 features 3 gigabytes of RAM and the Qualcomm Snapdragon 450 processor, and the Umidigi Power has 4 gigabytes of RAM, so an extra gigabyte of RAM, and it runs the MediaTek Helio P35. Video recording on these two devices maxes out at 1080p at 30 frames per second. The LG Stylo 5 has a 3,500 mAh internal battery, and the Umidigi Power has a massive 5,150 mAh internal battery, so a really big battery on the Umidigi Power. Now both phones run Android 9 Pie, however the software on the Umidigi Power is a lot closer to stock than that on the LG Stylo 5. The Stylo 5 has a lot of LG stuff on here, including kind of an LG skin, and quite a bit of bloatware as well, and there's pretty much no bloatware on the Umidigi Power, which is really amazing to see. Now that we've compared the specs of these two phones, let's compare the hardware. Now I already went over most of the hardware features on the front here, including the 1080p displays with 6.2 inches on the LG Stylo 5 and 6.3 inches on the Umidigi Power. Now on the left side of these two phones, on the LG Stylo 5, we have the volume rocker and we have the slot for the microSD card and SIM card. And on the Umidigi Power, we just have that slot for the microSD card and SIM card. Taking a look at the right side, on the LG Stylo 5, we just have the power button, And on the Umidigi Power, we have the volume rocker and power button. On the top of these two phones, we have the noise canceling microphone. And on the bottom, on the LG Stylo 5, we have the stylus, we have the speaker, we have the USB-C port for charging and data transfer, we have the microphone, and we have the 3.5mm headphone jack. And on the Umidigi Power, we have the speaker, we have the USB-C port, we have the microphone, and 3.5mm headphone jack. So the LG Stylo 5 is the only phone of these two that does have a stylus. Now in my LG Stylo 5 review, I go over the stylus in a lot of detail, so definitely make sure to check that out. But overall, if it's a feature you think you're going to use, then you're going to have to go with the LG Stylo 5, because of course there is no stylus with the Umidigi Power. Now taking a look at the back side of these two phones, I already went over the camera modules here, but we have the flash, we have the fingerprint sensor, we have the logos, and of course we have different colors here. So the LG Stylo 5, at least the Cricket wireless version, is available in two different colors. You can get this in platinum gray and blonde rose. So obviously this is the blonde rose color, and it actually is a Cricket exclusive. All of the other versions of the LG Stylo 5 only come in platinum gray, at least at the time of me making this video. There might be more colors that come out in the future, so we'll have to see. And the Umidigi Power is available in black and gold. Of course, this is gold. Now the materials are also different on the backside. On the LG Stylo 5, we have this plastic material that is kind of reflective. It picks up a lot of fingerprints as well. And on the Umidigi Power, we have this frosted plastic polycarbonate material. And I really like the way it looks, and I also like how it really doesn't pick up fingerprints at all. So I really do like this design here on the Umidigi Power. Now that we've compared the specs and hardware, let's do a speed test comparison between these two phones. We're now going to start up the camera on these two devices, so 1, 2, 3, go. And it looks like it was about the same. The LG Stylo 5 might have been slightly quicker. Let's now start Google Chrome. 1, 2, 3, go. It looks like the LG Stylo 5 was slightly quicker at starting up Chrome. Let's go to Yahoo. 1, 2, 3, go. Looks like that was about the same. Let's go to Engadget. 1, 2, 3, go. Maybe slightly faster on the LG Stylo 5 than the Umidigi Power. Scrolling is smooth on the LG Stylo 5. Scrolling is also very smooth on the Umidigi Power, almost a little bit smoother to be honest. Let's go to this article. 1, 2, 3, go. And the article loaded up a little bit quicker on the Umidigi Power, but overall, the performance of these two devices is pretty close. So I feel like both of these devices perform really well. It's kind of hard to tell which one is better than the other. Of course, the processors are very different. So we do have the Qualcomm Snapdragon 450 with the LG Stylo 5 versus the MediaTek Helio P35 processor on the Umidigi Power. Now I've noticed that a lot of people seem to have a bad taste when they hear about MediaTek processors, and I think that's actually kind of a bad perception to have. And the reason for that is because Umidigi processors really have come a long way over the years, and their Helio line of processors are actually really good. So I don't think that's a bad thing at all that this device does have a MediaTek processor versus a Qualcomm processor, because the P35 is definitely a decent one. Now when I was doing the scrolling test before, I mentioned that the Umidigi Power had a little bit better performance with that, and I think that's a direct result of this phone having 4GB of RAM versus the 3GB of RAM that the LG Stylo 5 has. I think it would have been good if the LG Stylo 5 had 4GB of RAM instead, but unfortunately we are stuck with 3 over here. So which of these devices do I recommend? Is one better than the other or not? Well, I think for me personally, I'd probably go with the Umidigi Power considering how much cheaper it is than the LG Stylo 5. I also really like how this is factory unlocked. Of course, I'm expecting a factory unlocked version of the Stylo 5 coming out in the future, but it is really nice how with the Umidigi Power, you can jump from carrier to carrier with no problem at all due to it being factory unlocked. So I really feel like that's a big bonus. I also really like the design of the Umidigi Power. I like how the bezels are really small, and I like how we have that really sleek looking teardrop notch on the top. But with the LG Stylo 5, it's the only phone of the two that has a stylus, so if you really want a stylus really bad, then you are going to have to go with this phone. So if that's important to you, then definitely you're going to have to kind of take the Umidigi Power out of the equation. But the LG Stylo 5 is one of the only budget phones featuring a stylus, so if you don't want to get the LG Stylo 5, then you're pretty much going to have to go for the Galaxy Note. Of course, there are older versions of the Note that are out that are a lot cheaper because you can get it used. But if you want a stylus, you're probably gonna have to go with the Stylo 5. But I wanna know what you think. Which device do you prefer? Do you think you're better off going with the Umidigi Power and saving some money? Or do you think it's worth paying a little bit extra and getting the LG Stylo 5? Also, is battery life really important to you? Would you rather get the bigger 5150 milliamp hour battery with the Umidigi Power? Or are you perfectly satisfied with the smaller 3500 milliamp hour internal battery with the LG Stylo 5? Let me know in the comment section below, and if you're looking to buy either of these phones, take a look at the link in the video description as well. But this is Kevin here, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.